What is up, Super Fam and Bro Avengers alike? Today we are going to be checking out episode 7 of none other than It Welcome to Derry. I'm a little behind, but not too far behind, so I had to check out this episode so we could check out the finale later today. I'm pumped for the finale. This show has, it's been incredible. It really has been incredible, if I do say so myself. I've enjoyed every episode of this show. Even the one with the wonky CGI, I even enjoyed that one. And we've just been learning more and more about it and this entity and all of the things surrounding him in every single episode. And I'm juiced, man. I'm juiced. I think we're gonna have a really strong finish, a really strong finale today as well later on. But before we get to there, we gotta get to here. So we're gonna be checking out episode 7 of It Welcome to Deary. Everything about this show, all of the characters, literally, they continue to surprise me week after week with everything that with this series. I got to be honest with you guys. I didn't know what we were going to be in for. I didn't know what we were in for, like coming into this show. But man, pleasantly surprised has to be an understatement. From episode 1, we have continued to be like really not like on the we've since episode 1, we have been on the edge of our seats, and every preceding episode has continued to keep up the tension and keep us intrigued, and also continue to give us more and more bits and pieces of this mystery that all connect to what is the entity of it. And I love it, yo. And then also with the whole blind side of the Pennywise daughter and the yo, I just love all of that. I love all of it, and I'm ready to jump in and see how episode 7 was, and then of course later on today, not too much later on from right now, but we're gonna be checking out episode 8 as well, and that will be our finale for this show. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. So yeah, man, that's really the gist of it. I'm ready to just dive on in. We kind of have to we gotta watch this so we can be all caught up with it. Welcome to Derry. So let's try to lock in here and let's see what the hell is gonna be going on, yo. It's a good week for us, chat. We have Avatar. The Avatar movie is releasing. What is it called? Fire and Ash is going to be releasing this week. But not only that, but we're also going to be getting our first Doomsday trailer this week. And then a new Doomsday trailer will be releasing every subsequent week until until all 4 trailers are out. And then we might actually get a real trailer next year sometime. So yeah, that's wild. That's a new take on how to do those things, but I'm definitely going to be here and waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand me? Okay. Let's see. Where is it? Welcome to Deary. There we go. All right. We also have a new cam POV right here, but my camera, like the saturation and stuff, is like super off. I'm not sure what's up with this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, honestly. And I kind of wish I didn't do what I just did. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe we can turn it down a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, this is another. I would like to introduce this POV so when we watch some stuff, and like, and it's like right there or something, and we watch it. Maybe have it like that or something like that as we watch it. But again, unfortunately, it's all off from how it's supposed to be looking. So we're just gonna be rocking and locked in right here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, W's in the chat. We're gonna be getting into it right now. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I hope you guys are ready. I know I'm ready. I'm really excited. I am really excited. Oh no, did I mess something up? I'm happy that we're having these issues now. Because the real show is later. This is a real show too, but you know what I'm saying, yo. Like we catching up on this one. Nope. Oh, wait. Did that do it? Nope. Okay, so let's close out this real quick. Oh shit. I did not mean to do that. That was a really big mistake. Ruh-roh. Let's please open that back up. That's needed. Without that, this whole sink ships. Okay, we'll keep that in the background. Okay. I just gotta reset my stream deck. Man, I don't think I should have to do all of this stuff, but alas. Alright, let's open the stream deck back up, ladies and gents. And then we can really, really start locking, loading, and rolling. Hell yeah. Alright, make sure you drop a like on the stream to appease the YouTube gods. You know how they be. They be out here set tripping. I think we're going to be doing a lot more content going into these next couple of weeks, just talking about different scoops and videos and TikToks and YouTube shorts and all of that. There's going to be a lot of content coming at y'all as we round up the year. So I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it. We'll probably get it really cracking out here. Okay. Boom. Now let's see. Does that work now? I believe it should. Ah, all right, we're good. We're good. All right, so I will not be able to show you the entirety of the episode from start to finish because the copyright gods will come through and stop every single thing that we got going on around here. But what I can do, what I am able to do, is give you a little something right there, and then, you know, it'll stay there for a second before it inevitably disappears. All right. And yeah, we'll be able to do that throughout the episode. I'll also have subtitles right here at the bottom displayed for you guys to be able to follow along to and with. And then, of course, we'll always do that sacred countdown at the beginning to make sure we're all synchronized, synced up, and ready to get it in. You feel me? Okay, all right. Yo, what's up with it? How you doing? OMG, we actually seen the episode. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be able to show you a little bit here and there. I should be able to show you a little bit here and there. So I'll try to help. I got you as much as I can. You feel me? Alrighty. On 3, we will be enjoying this episode together. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into episode 7 of It Welcome to Derry, ahead of the season finale. All right, I'm ready. I know y'all ready, so we are just going to dive on in. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Episode 7, The Black Spot. Oh, that's awesome. I'm ready for a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That's going to be gas. That's definitely going to be amazing.
Duck and cover, kiddos.
Notorious murder suspect Hank Grogan is believed to have escaped.
from now on, you don't leave your room without my permission.
No! I've got friends now, Dad. And I'm gonna be there because I would never let my friends die.
Oh.
That goddamn thing forced itself into my head.
He looked at it like he was afraid. Maybe we can use it.
You want us to go back? You are crazy.
That's something. Look at us, a pirate and a knight.
My father was a carnival performer. If he could just see me once more as his periwinkle, he'll be able to break free.
Daddy?
Ronnie!
Hank Grogan's at the Black Spot. I'm getting him out of town, and then Will and I are headed back to Shreveport, with or without you.
If anything would happen to me.
Nothing's gonna happen to you or Ronnie. Not on my watch.
Grogan, I know where he's hiding. A lady called in a tip.
Oh, snap, yo. Oh, man. Oh, bro, this is about to be a crazy episode. I am so not ready. Hey, what's up with the G Jones? Glad to have you here, bro. Okay, backstory time, baby. Oops, forgot about the subtitles. So, bro is really just a regular clown. Wow. Oh. That was actually a pretty solid show. Yo. Oh, look, it's Andy again. Oh, and then he does the dance at the end. Okay. Oh, and then all the kids rush up to him. Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And Pennywise saw that and was like, hey, I could definitely use that to my advantage. Yeah, those kids was rude as hell, G. You not lying. Yo. So she just wants to be. I'm loving this. Show me the bow. This is cool. Aw. I love this, chat. That man head is diabolical. He got that Jimmy Neutron noggin. I know this is a real moment, but come on, son, what's going on? And that big ass vein going down the middle. Oh, so I know that me and my daughter have to go as this next year for Halloween. I'm loving the whole. What is this? What year was this? Oh 08? Something 08. 1808, 1908. Oh my God. Are we seeing bro about to get kidnapped? Oh my goodness. Oh. I don't know if we've really seen Pennywise be a kid like that, you know? That's a strange thing for a young man to say. Episode 8 drops at 6 p.m. PST, so we will go live again later to watch that episode. Man, they chose the creepiest motherfucking kid to do this. No. Ew. And our boy was never seen again after that. Oh, man. That sucks, bro. Woo. Yo, Pennywise 100% ate, buddy. I cannot handle that transition into the happy-go-lucky music, bro. It's absolutely diabolical. That's a jolly little tune there. Oh shit. This is a lot more civil than I thought it was going to be. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was just gonna go in there shooting. No, episode 8 doesn't drop for another 2 hours, chat. Bruh, are you stupid as hell? Stay your dumb ass. Bruh, you on military ground. Y'all don't think they got guns? We got guns too. They, government issue, chat. What are we talking about? Bruh, if we going up, we going up there. Shit. I'm nervous immediately. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The new episode doesn't come out for another 2 hours for everyone universally. Unless you don't have HBO Max. Bro, they played 0 games. They literally locked the doors and started and blew shit up immediately. Oh! He's getting shot. Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit, bro! Bro, they have the place surrounded and they're throwing Molotov cocktails in it and shooting everyone inside too. Anyone that escapes, they're killing them and they're burning everyone alive as well. That's wild. Oh my god, bro. This is brutal. Oh my god, bro. Oh shit. What the hell? Who is that? Who that woman? Oh, that's the mama. Oh shit. Yo. All of that. Thank you so much. Yo. I had no. Oh! Oh! Shit. Do I have. What's the matter? Do I have face on my face? Not a first name basis. Oh, we're full Pennywise. Oh! And they're just standing there watching it burn, bro. Holy. That's diabolical, bro. Oh my goodness. Yo, Pennywise is on full blown. Oh my god. Yo, ain't no way they about to die, bruh. Oh my god. This is insane, bro. This is insane what they're doing to me right now. I came in at the perfect time, bro. This is what the hell? No. No. No fucking way. No, 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 no. Nah, bruh. Nah, bro. No, bro. Bruh. This is what this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, bro. Son of a bitch. Bro. Bro, know his woman. Black and blue. This dude's a menace. Holy shit! Oh, oh my! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. I am traumatized. Damn. Oh my god. Holy shiitake mushrooms, brother. This shit is crazy, bro. Damn. Damn, bro. Please don't go and look at young blood. Damn. Damn, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god, bro. Oh. What are they doing to us, man? What the hell is this? Damn, bro. He was the bro. Oh my god. Oh my God, my boy Rich though, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, my chest. Holy shite. Oh, damn. Hell nah. Like, oh. And now Blood just see everybody that just died around him. Nah, ain't all right, bud. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Everybody died there, bro. Yeah, but he left, bro. He ate, bro. He ate and dipped. He's done. Oh. Damn. Damn. No, it's not, buddy. Wow. Wow. Damn. That's very true. Because if it wasn't in the cage, bruv, hella people would be dead. Big Smile 3 vibes. Until next year. Damn. Crazy, dog. How is there even another episode? What? Do they just be thinking the kids are just gonna stay at the house and like just not do anything? Like that shit is dunce. But oh no! All right, P. Richie Slim. Damn. And now that breast sleep, it'll probably fly free. No, he didn't. Oh. Oh. I just can't seem to understand what the hell the military thinks they're going to accomplish. That's the turtle one? Mm. It makes sense, but that's nerve wracking. Like, is that really Pennywise now? And bruh's like trying to collect the 13 pillars for himself type shit? Like, the fact that this dude is just there all the time watching is frying me. Absolutely. Oh! I 100% did not expect this. Oh, shit. What are they about to do, dog? The government be pissing me off, dog, because they always messing with shit they ain't got no goddamn reason to be messing with. Damn. Like, I ain't never watched one sci-fi like movie or anything like this where the government is doing some shady shit and then I'd be like, oh no, the government would never do something like that. Like, no. The government would always do some dumbass shit. Are they trying to melt it down into a pendant? What are they doing? Why are we dropping the... Of course, this, bro, this dude pisses me off, fam. We trusted you, you son of a bitch. No, who gives a fuck about Russia? This, you're an idiot. You're an idiot to even still be talking about Russia, bro. The women's movement is crazy. Oh my gosh, he's trying to Asmund. What was bruh's name? Asmodeus. Ozymandias. He's trying to go Ozymandias with it. All of y'all are freaking idiots. He's gonna punch him in the face. Oh. I honestly can't think of a worse thing to have done with that piece of thing. Oh, shit. They have made a grave mistake. You lied about that shit. Oh, shit! Oh, damn. These are freaking bangers, dog. These episodes are magnificent, yo, because what? And you end it with, uh-oh, trouble's back in town? Like, that's so diabolical. Oh man, what a freaking episode. Let's see what we got going for next week. Or for later today.
When I close my eyes and I dream of you, I see your pretty faces and I taste them too.
I took Will.
But my, oh my, how I wish you cry every time we say goodbye.
Hell yes!
So long, losers!
What an episode! What an episode, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. 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 I just have no doubt in my mind that we are about to end this season on such a high note that we're honestly probably not going to be prepared, yo. Like, I am so ready for the finale episode that's going to be releasing in 1 hour, folks. We have 1 hour until the season finale of It Welcome to Derry, and we're going to be checking it out live and in color here. You already know. In about an hour from now, yo. We just finished episode 7 and preparation of it, and damn, was that a really good episode. I had not seen that episode yet, but did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. I enjoyed that episode so much. I think they actually tackled so many different things in this episode. I was literally wondering what they were going to do next, since like he's going to sleep. They kind of made that pretty obvious. He made it obvious and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, the government is going to make the worst decision possible, and that is going to wake him back up and cause issues. It's kind of wild to me that they did not even, like, it's almost like they didn't think about anything. The government didn't. It's almost like they put more thought, the general dude put more thought into finessing everyone into doing what he wanted, rather than actually coming up with a plan as to what to do with the stuff. Like, bro, we have no idea. It's like, from their point of view, it's like they don't know if the only reason the thing it hibernates and does all this stuff is because of these things that they have, like, around it and blocking it and keeping it in Derry. And the breaking of that seal, like, allows him to come back, like, maybe 1 more day or 2 more days, or it's like crazy. And then to see how Pennywise was, like, hibernating in a vat of blood. What the helly? That was definitely crazy. I really wasn't ready for him to be, like, just basically marinating and having a day spa in the, like, the spoils of his victory, for lack of better words. And that's, like, disgusting. But still, that's also awesome from, like, a evil entity POV. Like, you just do all this killing and murdering and kill all these people, and then you just get into a vat of all of the blood and guts and arms and body parts and just chill out and go to and sleep and hibernate for 30 years. Insanity, brother. Insanity. So dope, though. Andy Muschietti definitely was doing the damn thing with this episode, with this show. Like, this show just makes me so hype for Batman, because it's like, yo, the dude that was directing this and that was behind this literally is going to be making Batman. And it's like, he can do so much. There's so much that can be done. And that just gets me excited. Let me know how y'all felt about episode 7 of It Welcome to Derry, and some of your expectations, your hopes, your thoughts, and what you want for the next episode. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below. Didn't know that? Yeah. Yeah, G. Andy Muschietti is going to be doing the DCU Batman Brave and the Bold, which I'm pretty hyped about. Nick, that's gonna be lit to see. This show is crazy. I feel like this whole entire season is gonna be a banger. Like, I'm hoping that we have a really good ending from everything that we saw in that trailer just now. It looks like it is gonna be a good ending. It definitely looks like they're gonna be doing some damn things for show, and I need them to get all those damn things done, man, because hell yeah. Like, hell yeah, brother. Everything that it looked like we were seeing from that end, that we're gonna see in that end, in this end trailer that we just watched, like, it looks gas, bro. It looks gas. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me see how long that other video is. Window capture. Episodes. The finale is definitely going to be a banger. Like, I am so ready for that finale of this. After what we just saw here. Oh, yeah, bro. The finale is going to be even crazier. Damn. Yo, the daughter that wasn't the daughter that was the daughter, but not, you know, and then Pennywise taking over as her daddy. I mean, whoa. They went crazy in this episode. I kind of want to, yeah. What we'll do is we'll finish this episode off, not here, but we'll finish this off with watching the It Welcome to Derry episode 7 breakdown that New Rockstars did, since it's obviously already out, since we're a little behind. We'll check that out in this stream, and then I'll start the finale stream, and then we'll be good to go. So,
welcome back
let's
to New Rockstars. I'm
into
Eric
that.
Boss, and this is a breakdown of It Welcome to Derry episode 7, The Black Spot. Certainly the most devastating episode yet, even after a 10-minute prologue of a clown show. I mean, here in LA, you gotta pay big bucks to see some big bucks do clowning like that. Hey, let's break down this episode scene by scene for all the details you missed and where things are headed in the finale episode. Also, we're having some huge holiday sales at Nerd Riot right now. Head on over to the site and check out this week's big deal and grab your favorite merch. Buying a shirt from Nerd Riot is the best way to support the channel. Just head to nerdriot.shop to pick one out for yourself. Specifically something from our It-inspired series, our Welcome to Scary collection. Okay, this episode opens back in 1908. I'm gonna assume before the episode 3 prologue, which means the reason Periwinkle Ingrid looks so sad all by herself when Frances passed her is that she was missing her papa. When Frances visited this traveling carnival, the freak show was really the main attraction, but sometime before that, the hot ticket was this, Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and it is one hell of a production with a proscenium stage built out from Bob Gray's pageant wagon.
I really actually did like the whole clown thing at the beginning. I thought that was great. Just to be honest, I thought it was a great production and everything. Like, even the story that Pennywise did, like, then I was like, wow, this is a really good even story.
Pieces. In the crowd, you do see various balloons, but not many of them seem to be red. The red balloons don't appear until the final part of the performance, when it all falls apart for Bob. The same carnival barker who called to Frances in episode 3 now introduces Pennywise, and Bob pops out of a door in the same way Pennywise would pop out in a jump scare, but for now only has a warm smile. He wears a costume head cap that makes his forehead look bigger, and as Bob Gray playing Pennywise, Bill Skarsgård does similar choreography.
The funny part is, he really didn't wear something that made him look bigger. He just wore a headpiece because bruv was bald.
as he does the entity using the guise of Pennywise.
That's
Here,
what
movements
I
are just
thought
more
was
natural
funny,
and
because his
fluid
head
than less
was
of the
still
jerky,
shaped like
insane
that
motions that the
outside.
entity
Like he
does
took
in
the
this
top thing
imitation
off
of this
and it was
human
just
performer.
hair.
The
He was a
flowers
bald
rise out of the stage
dude.
floor, reminding us of the sunflowers that grow in front of the Nebolt house. These mechanisms are operated by other carnival performers, with Bob's daughter Ingrid working the xylophone. Bob Gray designed this whole show to be a tragic comedy that works through his own loss of his wife, his former clowning partner of Periwinkle. So it actually begins with Periwinkle's clown hand waving at Pennywise from the window, but then as he gets distracted by the adoring crowd, he turns away from her until her hand is lifeless, suggesting that she might have gotten sick and he was too committed to keeping their act going, now solo, to properly look after her. The routine turns comedic as the flowers shoot downward, snatched by a gopher, making this pretty much Bill Murray's subplot in Caddyshack, like the military trying to unearth the artifacts. Here, Bob Gray's Pennywise pulls and pulls at the flower until he loses his head, which would be kind of some meta fourth wall breaking. That is kind of a cheap gag among comedians, kind of like SNL sketches that rely on the audience losing it when the actors break or their wigs or mustaches come off. It's a move that Bob will later pay deeply for when these kids mob the stage to knock his headpiece off. But now a curtain opens into the house interior where he can see a painting of Periwinkle on the wall and a portrait of both Periwinkle and Pennywise together. Pennywise finds his love dead and morbidly dances with her corpse until it floats away. We all float down here. Now Ingrid looks super sad as she pushes out the headstone set piece, as she is essentially pushing out the grave of her own mother. The gopher now pops back out of the ground with the flower that he took to give Pennywise the gift that he was trying to get for his love while she was still alive. Now it's a gift that she can only appreciate in death. This is kind of a bizarre narrative, but sometimes clown routines do have a bit of tragedy to them, a tradition that would find its way into Charlie Chaplin films. A lot of those Little Champ stories are sad as hell. Cranking the music box is a piano player Francis passed in episode 3, played by Andy Muschietti. The curtain's now open for the curtain call. Now Bob isn't ready for it. Notice how he's taking a swig of booze with that tech operator, and then he goes into that kick dance that Pennywise did in 2017's It Chapter 1 as red balloons now pour on the stage, kind of like the flooding blood coming out of the elevator in The Shining. Kids, now having no respect for this clown's loving tribute to his late wife, bum rush the stage, slap off Bob's headpiece, mock his dance, and stomp on the balloons. And then, in that open barn window that has been empty every time we've seen it in these opening minutes, we now see a lone child. It is the entity, taking the form of some kid it probably killed recently. So all the trappings of Pennywise's performance, his appearance, his costume, his dance, his red balloons, and his ire towards these kids at the end of the show are all things the entity will ultimately appropriate to make his most famous form. We see extreme close-ups of Ingrid applying clown makeup, including a little heart on her nose as Bob wipes off his makeup. Bob calls Ingrid Pumpkin, just like the entity called her in Juniper Hill last episode. Ingrid presents her new look to her father and does the little bow for him that the entity will later request adult Ingrid do outside the black spot. Bob recalls performing for the big circus and misses the big crowds, the roars, and says the big tent will come a-calling again, but this time he'll have a new act, something they've never seen before, Ingrid. And sure enough, Pennywise will get a second act when the entity takes over, and we will hear the roar of the crowd in the black spot as he reaps the benefit of what was really a duet act with Ingrid as Periwinkle. Notice how Bob spits out part of a false tooth that he wears as part of his Pennywise costume that make his teeth look more uniform. Beneath it all, Bob can't really smile that wide. He's a depressed alcoholic widower. Bob dabs his mouth with a monogrammed handkerchief, which I feel like must have been a gift from his late wife. The red from his mouth paint foreshadows all the blood that will stain this cloth later on. But the entity approaches in his child form from the darkness of the woods.
The children seem drawn to you.
We know in past eras the entity took the form of a missionary preacher, so he's always been on the lookout for a performative type who could capture the attention of children and leave an impression on them. Notice how the light reflects from the bottoms of this kid's eyes, just like how the entity's eyes always glow from the darkness in any of its forms. It never blinks once during this scene. Then we hear this scream. The kid claims it's his mother, even though he just said he couldn't find them. And I'm betting this sound effect was designed to sound like a pained scream from Bob's late wife. And that's what stirs Bob's curiosity. As the two walk off into the woods, the camera pans down on Bob's Pennywise hairpiece, the one he could never keep quite on his head. Later that night, the carnies all murmur about there being no trace of Bob and how it was like something dragged him off, maybe wolves. All that's left is the bloody handkerchief. So because there was no body and no witnesses, this explains why Ingrid held on to hope that this reappearing clown was a form of her actual dad, who I guess just went cannibalistic. We circle wipe on the sobbing Ingrid. This is called an iris slow, or in this case, an iris out, a type of transition created by slowly opening or closing the iris of a camera lens to open or close a scene, and sometimes to emphasize a certain object within a scene. It was really popular in silent films of the early 20th century, which really helps set the tone of this being 1908. We now pick up directly where episode 6 left off, outside of the black spot. Loverboy Jax is there with Noreen. Both will end up dying in this incident. Jax from being shot.
Everybody
Noreen from
died,
getting her
damn
face
near.
eaten by the entity. Jax tells Reggie,
We got trouble.
oh, another example of the line for the Music Man. Well, we got trouble, my friends. Behind Bowers in the Dracula mask, Stanley Kirsch is wearing the Wolfman mask. Councilman Tibbs is wearing a Frankenstein mask. And I'm assuming that's Mr.
Councilman,
Malkin in a
dog.
Pagliacci sad clown mask. Kirsch recognizes this white girl, Norma Price, and sends her home. There were a lot of comparisons last week to the juke joint in Ryan Coogler's Sinners. And it is kind of interesting how this girl looks like Haley Steinfeld as Mary in that movie, the one white woman accepted into that club. These drunk white townies did actually pick the wrong airmen to hold at gunpoint. They're all military trained and holding government issue weapons, which would be less likely to jam up than that shotgun Kirsch is holding, and he's not even properly bracing it against his shoulder. So Bowers stands down initially, but then goes outside and does the completely punk-ass move of locking the doors and burning all these people
for real.
alive.
That
I know,
shit
this
is
mob
so
racist,
crazy.
but Bowers just saw the little girl who came to this police station with the photos in episode 4 screaming as her dad stepped forward. So they know there are kids in here. So it's just
They don't give a
especially
shit,
evil
bro.
what they're doing. Now, from the moment the door shuts,
didn't
Andy
give a
Muschietti stays in
damn.
a single oneer, a long take for over 3 minutes, staying inside the black spot for the whole time and tracking the camera to different parts of this infernal chaos. Of course, there were certainly some subtle internal cuts there, like when the can pans to and from the windows, and anytime VFX was used in the flames or the smoke. Once we realize the door is locked, Rich is the first young character we focus on. He is going to be the ultimate tragic death this scene will focus on. He and Marge hold each other initially. When Rich looks outside, it looks like it's Mr. Malkin who's throwing the first Molotov cocktail. Obviously, he's been driven insane by grief for his kids, but some of these other racist fucking goons just followed suit. In the book, the mob just sets the fire, but here, these white dudes just start shooting into the building, shooting anyone who tries to run out. The first Molotov cocktail sets a guy on fire, then 2 more flame bursts come in. They realize the back door is chained shut as well. Airman Jacobs is the first named character we see die here. He's the one wearing the hat. He gets shot in the head. Then the fire spreads to the
that shit
ceiling.
was crazy.
It will be this collapsing ceiling that Rich feels he has to protect Marge from. Hank stays in the middle to try to protect both Ronnie and Will along with Dick Halloran, but the stampeding chaos separates this group and Ronnie asks the band singer where her dad is. We're gonna see this woman later. She does survive and then takes her wig off, laughing from the shock. Then a woman pushes past Rich and Marge's sleeve catches fire. Dick passes them and begins seeing ghosts in the smoke. First a soldier with a bayonet with his face blown off, then increasingly more ghosts of the people currently dying around him. Later in this episode, they're gonna be tormenting Dick and begging him for justice. Now in the book, it's never explicitly stated
So
how
sad,
Dick
bro.
Halloran escapes the fire. It's just kind of inferred that it had something to do with his shine ability. But we see here, he has the ghost of Seski to help him. Also in the book version of The Shining, Dick Halloran makes it out of the Overlook Hotel alive as well, and he ends up helping Wendy and Danny get to safety. So here, assuming all the cinematic continuity is linked, he survived the sewers with the entity, he survived the black spot, and potentially he'll survive the Overlook Hotel. In the Dr. Sleep novel, Dick actually survives until 1999, until he eventually dies at age 81. We don't learn what he died of, but it is assumed to be old age. Here, Dick follows this ghost into the fridge area where last episode he said the fridge was leaking and rotting the floorboards, so he knows the floorboards will be weak enough to kick out. Here's where the tracking shot ends. Look, if you love a long tracking shot, even if it's made with VFX, I don't want to yuck your yum here. I just am getting a little sick of how go-to they are. It's certainly an indulgent flourish that every HBO director has wanted to do since Cary Fukunaga's big True Detective Season 1 shot. Like, someone's gotta tell these directors that it's less impressive when the scene has a bunch of CGI smoke in it. Like, there was a whole bunch of smoke in the Dragonmont oneer and House of the Dragon Season 2, as well as Josie's Bar in Daredevil Born Again's first episode. And look, I know normally action-heavy long takes are kind of meant to be fun as these intense spectacles to immerse you in the chaos in real time. Like, all these directors are trying to recapture Alfonso Cuarón's ambitious and technically masterful long takes from Children of Men. But I don't know, we're immersed in a hate crime here. I don't find any of this fun, and I don't think it needed to be shot as a oneer. That's just my personal gripe. I know a lot of people watching this show are watching
that
to
made
be
no
like
sense.
traumatized by these visuals.
Literally, like, what are you talking
this
about? The
video.
whole
When I
point
was
is to
younger,
be
it
immersed
felt
by
like individual
the
experiences were
insane
overwhelming. I'd go
shit
through
that's
a
going
breakup, or
down.
I'd go
You
to
know
a
what I
new
mean?
school
Like,
or
this is
something
not.
like that. Story in episode 4, the entity did but then he sees this month of therapy. Dick Halloran hears Ronnie's cries and almost leaves her behind to save himself, but then he sees Seski, the war chief ancestor from Taniel's story in episode 4. The entity did end up killing her as she bled out, which would have been in this general area where the black spot stands now, based off of the shot later on in the episode that shows how close this all was. Last episode, Dick said that as long as he doesn't attract attention to himself, the ghosts will leave him alone, but now he enlists Seski's help and alerts all the ghosts around him and his shine. Meanwhile, Noreen coughs and looks up to see Pennywise striding over to her. He reaches out his hand, and we do see his eyes glowing faintly through the smoke. Ronnie walks up to him, munching on Noreen.
Do I have face on my face?
Seski leads Dick to Ronnie and to
Do
the
I have
entity
face
behind
on
her.
my face is just diabolical, bro.
Oh, I think they see you too.
The ghosts that now flank Pennywise appear to be from all historical eras, including one poor dude whose head was just blown off and it's still smoldering. Dick gets Hank, Ronnie, and Will out, but Marge and Rich get trapped by the falling debris. Rich finds an icebox for Marge and pulls a Leo DiCaprio from Titanic, but kind of the reverse of it, in that the guy does get on top of the furniture here, and it's fire instead of icy water, and he keeps the lid on tight. Rich recalls their conversation about knights and how they protect fair maidens, and he recalls seeing Marge for the first time and falling in love with her. It is quite romantic, but you know, when Jack did it in Titanic, he and Rose were adults. Rich is too young to die like this, and for us to find any romance in this sacrifice for Marge. Now there is a theory going around,
sad.
given Marge's goofy sense of humor, a lot of viewers think that she could end up being Richie Tozier's mom if she were to marry someone in the future with the last name of Tozier. Richie also wears thick glasses, and his mom's name is Margaret. She goes by Maggie in the book, and she actually disapproved of rock music, but maybe that's because of this traumatic incident with her first love dying after an epic drum solo. Maybe she named her son Richie after her first love. It just kind of makes too much sense for it to not be the case. Stan Kirsch's car doesn't start, which I assume might have been Ingrid's doing to get Papa to eat her shitty husband while he's at it. Ingrid appears as adult Periwinkle in full close-up for the first time, just in time for Pennywise to take one of Stanley the Butcher's cleavers that Charlotte saw him with in the butcher shop and slice his head clean in half, just like Daemon Targaryen did to Uncle Vaemond in House of the Dragon. We can't show either of those deaths here, but when you go re-watch this one for yourself, it's crazy to see Stanley's tongue still twitching around without a roof of a mouth over it.
Literally,
Still trying to complete whatever that word was. Pennywise then takes the top and just kind of munches into it like a dog with a honey-baked ham. Ingrid says that she was the one who called the cops to the black spot, knowing that there would be pain and fear and that Pennywise couldn't resist it, telling us that she really did think that her dad just did transform into this predatory, fear-consuming form. As Periwinkle hugs him, Pennywise licks his lips and his eyes light up, but then promises that he's going to sleep for another cycle. Periwinkle grabs his arm and he stops and turns his head. The same tilted head turn that Bob did with the gopher to end his routine, and Pennywise drools, probably sensing her fear of abandonment. Ingrid realizes that this isn't some form her father turned into, but rather is something else entirely that ate her father.
Oh, and he still lives inside of me. Yes, he does. Why? I can feel him right now, yes. Stop. He's reaching out for his baby girl.
But I guess since he's full
He's
enough to sleep,
reaching out
rather than
for
eat
his
Ingrid,
baby
he exposes
girl.
her to the deadlights. We saw these in the 2017 and 2019 films. Bev Marsh was exposed to them. In Stephen King's lore, the deadlights originate from the Macroverse. Looking at them causes permanent insanity, death, or a comatose state, because you are seeing evil's true form underneath it all. And coming out of that state takes a strong belief in something mildly magical. Since in the Muschietti movies, Bev and Richie get brought back from the deadlights by the other losers, for Will, I assume his friends will come together to save him. I don't know about Ingrid though. After the fire, Marge finds Rich, who died of smoke inhalation with his eyes still open. She, Ronnie, and Will all hug his body. Like many characters in this episode, the singer removes her hairpiece and just laughs maniacally. Maybe she got a glimpse of the deadlights too, or maybe she's just disassociating. Ingrid, meanwhile, looks comatose. I doubt she has any friends who are gonna get her out of the deadlights trance, but we know the entity will assume her elderly form in 2016. Her eyes, though, glance over at the kids. That jerky movement that Pennywise loves to do so much is also something Mrs. Kirsch does as an old lady in that It Chapter 2 scene. Marge holds Rich's hand one last time, bringing back the memory of first holding hands in the sewer, that yellow sweater that she wore to impress the patty cakes. Now it's only caked with ash. Dick hears voices from the ghosts who just died in the black spot. Meanwhile, Jax says this if you listen closely. There's some powerful symbolism in Dick Halloran having to carry the burden of the voices of his people who were killed in this awful hate crime. It invites all of us to think about how people coming from oppressed groups have to walk around with similar voices ringing in their ears. Dick says that he can feel that the entity went back to hibernation, that they can follow Sesky to one of the pillars. I found Leroy's chat with Charlotte in the car to be interesting, as Charlotte is naturally freaking out over the 23 people who just died and it all now being brushed under the rug. But I wonder if Leroy's calmness comes from him just feeling no fear from his amygdala condition. He just sees the fear on his wife's face and calmly determines some kind of plan to keep everyone safe. Meanwhile, a radio host reports the fire as a mere electrical fire and blames the incident on the patrons themselves, and then lionizes freaking Stan Kirsch and the other racists as volunteer firemen who came rushing in to help. And you know, in one case got their faces cleaved in half by, I guess, some backdraft of that electrical fire. But I suppose it is good luck that the cover story is that Hank Grogan also died in the fire, so the manhunt on him is off for now. I suppose it's just a reflection of Derry racism that the medical examiner couldn't tell one black body from another. But either way, it works in Hank's favor for now. We see Chief Bauer's name chiseled off his office door, and on Hank Grogan's case file box, we see this is all happening in April 1962, so we really haven't gotten that much closer to October 1962 and the 13 days of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and I don't know if we will if Pennywise is this ready to tuck in. Hank's file number was 26401, just slightly off from Jean Valjean's prisoner number of 24601 in Les Mis. The radio show transitions to the song that has a maniacal laugh in it. We have to imagine that this is just Pennywise laughing at how Derry will never learn from its own history. Rose's indigenous group lament the 17 kids who died this cycle now that the augury is passed. But since the military is about to make it all way worse by opening the cage, was the Black Spot fire the ultimate augury of the 1962 cycle? We do have one more episode after this. Where will we go next? The camera soars over the tree line from the Black Spot to show that it is right adjacent to that clearing where Nekani and the others from the tribe in ancient times buried the artifacts. This whole dig and putting the piece of the entity's cage in a box, marking it the way they do, it's very Raiders of the Lost Ark coded here. I love how they find it still encased in that turtle shell that we saw in Taniel's story. The gooey membrane of the turtle shell is still kind of sticking together, suggesting that this maturing protection stayed fresh. Marge continues to wear the Corsair eye patch that Rich gave her as they break the news to Lily what happened. Lily, by the way, looks rough, desaturated and lifeless after holding the artifact with her bare hands when Rose kept it wrapped in a cloth, kind of like Gollum after holding the one ring for too long. Even her basset hound seems worried. The final minutes of the episode are kind of table setting for the finale. Charlotte brings the disguised Hank to Rose for passage north of the Canadian border. Meanwhile, the artifact from the turtle shell is moved Ark of the Covenant style to the Special Projects Division of the base, where that smoldering incinerator we saw the last time Shaw took Leroy in here is being used to destroy these artifacts? What? Shaw explains his real plan, not to tighten the cage around the entity to capture it and then move it to some specific area to try to win the Cold War, but rather to just unleash it and not even bother where it goes. James Remar's whole speech as Shaw is just kind of goofy Bond villain, listing off those anti-nuke crazies, the women's groups, the race riots, the things we've seen on the newspaper all season long as the real problems plaguing America, and that Americans need fear to enforce this nation of laws. So they're gonna open a gap in this cage to unleash the entity to form, I guess, a Pennywise police state?
The fear. It settles on every living person it touches like a fog. Like a goddamn anesthetic.
A fog, you say, James Remar? Well, remaining shots from the mid-season trailer show how the finale is gonna follow up on some of this stuff. We see a shot of the ice cream truck that I noted in episode 6 returning, driven by Charlotte and Rose and Will, and it looks like Hank back there. That's gonna be fun. We see a shot of Lily and Ronnie holding the glowing dagger and Marge running in a blizzard under the floating bodies. It actually looks like in the season ahead shot and in the preseason trailer, they're gonna do some kind of ritual with the glowing artifacts to maybe go into the macroverse. There's a shot of Marge crawling away from Pennywise in this blizzard as he says, "I always wondered, how do you taste?" Then we see the fog that General Shaw mentioned spreading over Derry. We see a mom holding her baby in this fog. Marge and Ronnie are reacting to it. Hey, maybe it's not the macroverse. Maybe this is just what the entity does to the town of Derry. Then I think even more interesting, something bad is going to happen to the patty cakes, and it might be in the same scene here as when these people, maybe kids in the school, are pounding against a gymnasium door in a panic. It kind of looks like a Carrie situation, doesn't it?
I was thinking very Carrie-ish as well, yeah.
Hibernation in the sewer, surrounded by limbs, intestines, and a general bath of blood. And I'm trying to make out this sound effect. What is that distorted voice screaming? We've heard it throughout the season. It's a very creepy sound effect, and I can't wait to translate it. Meanwhile, Will is in the kitchen, and the fridge is a jar of pickles. We know this entity loves to weaponize pickles. He gets a call from Ronnie that starts lamenting the way Richie died until it starts savoring the details with a bit too much enjoyment.
Pennywise is just insane, bro. He's always on demon time.
Making my mouth water.
This is what Maddie
Making
did when he was
my
talking
mouth
about Susie and
water,
Teddy's
like
corpses down below.
what?
We hear the voice of Pennywise starting to layer over Ronnie's voice until we realize he's right there in the room.
I can smell his stinky little broken boy body. Can't you?
I can't hear you.
I'm done being scared.
I can't hear you. What?
Essentially, this is what the opening credits music has been doing every episode,
That's
starting with the
just
voice of a
wild.
sweet girl and then transitioning to the sinister undertones until that is all we can hear. The way Pennywise is trapping Will with the deadlights, he has been trapping us all season long. Comment down below with your thoughts and where you think the finale is going to go, and a special thanks to one of our YouTube members.
Honestly incredible. I am so ready to check out this season finale that's going to be releasing in less than 40 minutes. We're about to end this stream and we'll start the next one here, chat. So make sure you guys go over to the other stream because we're going to be starting that one real soon. And I will see you guys there. Thank you for tuning in with me on this watch party and review for episode 7 of It. Welcome to Derry. And episode 8 is going to be coming out soon. So I'll see you then. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. And as I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy. Don't forget to stay marvelous. And we'll see you on the next
one. Like guys at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update.